Less is more. You really only need one trade to make a living. I can pretty much personally guarantee that. With the scalability of futures, even with options, all you need is one trade to make a living. It's just that innately people want to catch more. They want to be doing more when really the profits, in my mind, are in specializing. It's in mastering the one thing. There's that Bruce Lee quote about the guy that knows 10,000 kicks or the guy that practices the one kick 10,000 times. And it applies so well to trading. I mean, it's like number one, you can make a living, but number two, think about quality of life. Like think about just how much better your life could be if you just took one trade, hit your goal, and then literally just shut it down and went and did whatever else you wanted to do. I don't think anyone got into trading to be glued to the screens all day. And so there's like mental shackles that we can place on ourselves as traders that makes us think we need to be catching every move. And it's like, no, you really don't. You just need to get your piece and move on with the day. Save yourself all the frustration, save yourself all the BS. What I would suggest is, don't trade. Everyone always says don't trade to like hit home runs and all that, obviously, but I think people get too caught up in trading to have big days. What if you switch the mentality to just trade to make ends meet? Just trade to, keep the lights on. And it's not to say, down the line you don't scale and all that, but it shifts the mentality. It puts you in a place where you're not pressured to put on this big performance. Because what happens when you're pressured to put on the big performance is maybe you're shooting for a 10K week and you end up right on the week. Well, what if you just shot for $400 a day and you were able to hit that? Think about the end of the week, how much happier you would be with your 2K versus your red week. And you did way less. You ended up doing way less. And so, we see the potential for like these huge days and everything, but it's all fool's gold. Like you just got to focus on less, be doing less, and you'll be amazed. It's like today, like I chatted a lot about how today was a great sesh for very active traders, and I was only involved in the first hour. I mean, I could probably make way more money. I could probably quadruple what I made today on a session like this if I came into today just ready to press. But there are other things I want to do with my day, right? And I hit daily goal in the first hour. I know that's the norm. Like I can pretty much do that on any given trading day. And so there's definitely a fine line between overdoing it. I also know that I could continue to trade today and end up with a big red day, right? So that's part of the reality here. You see all these other opportunities and you're like, I could have made so much, but it's like, nah, man, you could have lost so much. You could have given back your entire day. Point is focus on less, try to become a master of one setup. We talked a lot in the last session about mastering one setup, about mastering the VWAP play. The powerlifting analogy was used. It's like build that pillar, build that bench press, whatever it is that you're working on, right? Get the foundation laid and then add other things in if you want. But I'm sure at that point, you're going to find that you don't even want, like, I got my thing. I don't need to be doing anything else. So that's how I view it. That's definitely how I view it. I mean, with futures, like even if you just got to understand the scalability. Like in your one play that you master, let's say you get 5 to 10 points. Well, that 5 to 10 points can very, very easily be a 4K plus day. And at 4K, you're clearing $1 million a year. I doubt you're going to be unhappy with $1 million a year. And if you are, you got some other issues. But that's all I have to say pretty much about that. Yeah, the goals are obviously way higher, right? But I mean, while you're developing, while you're learning, just put yourself in a position to actually just be consistent. Like that needs to be the name of the game. We talk a lot about daily goal, all these things. Like forget the daily goal. Like, can you just post, 3 months in a row of green weeks? Like, can you do that? Like, yeah, you're a great trader then. So forget the numbers. Just try and be consistent. Try and be consistent. Try and nail your trade. I would challenge you all to do like a, like a 60, because this is what opened my eyes. Like when I was developing and just slogging through what felt like never-ending trial and tribulation, I was like, man, this was in the super early option days. I was like, what if I just take that 20 percenter that I kept on seeing, that I kept on seeing? That's why, back in the day, you guys would always see me taking some off at 20%. It's all rooted in my early development. It's like, what if I just took that 20 percenter when I saw it? And I started doing that, and I had like 2 weeks of consistency. And that was just like, it changed everything, because I realized that I could be doing so much less. I didn't need to be going for these home runs. I didn't even need to be doing half the things that I was doing. And it's like the same thing in futures or wherever you're at in your journey right now. Like, you have nothing to lose, especially if you're kind of struggling right now, or you're kind of break even, or maybe the results aren't really there. You have nothing to lose by trying to do less and just seeing where it will take you. And you have everything to gain, because I know for a fact you're going to see the potential, and it will be eye opening. You're going to be like, damn, this is actually life changing. What I have found in working with so many clients is that people will like shackle themselves to these ideals that they're just not real. Like, even when, yes, trading is difficult, but a lot of the challenges that we have are just mental blockages. It's just a mental blockage that you can get past. Anyone can get past it. It's just a wall you have to knock down. And so that's why I always offer the mental frameworks and kind of a lot of the analogies, is because it helps to get past that point and say, oh yeah, like, I am in control. Everything I do in the market is just a decision. It is a choice. And so one analogy that I had used recently was like, all right, well, if you're struggling with doing too much in the market, what if I said, I'll give you 20K at the end of 2 weeks if you only trade this one setup for 2 weeks? Immediately, every one of you who's listening right now would be like, yeah, done deal, easy. I would hope anyway. And so again, that just proves that it's like, it's a mental thing. It's like, oh yeah, like if you said that, I'd do it no problem. So it's like, why can't you just do that for yourself?